Pandas column selection, non-commutative bitwise or when selecting on str and NaN. Introduction. Given a data frame, I know that the following were true. As in problem. But it turns out that it fails in the following situation, where it involves NaN, which is probably the reason why it fails. The following works as expected. But if I commute the elements, I get a different result. I think that the problems comes from this condition, where I have NaN instead of false. Questions. Is this behavior expected? Is it a bug? Because it can lead to potential loss of data if one is not expecting this kind of behavior. Why it behaves like this, in a non-commutative way? More details. More precisely, let C1 equals df starts with A, and C2 equals df is null. With we have here C2 is not evaluated, and NaN becomes false. And here where NaN is false, it returns all false with an endearment, but both conditions are evaluated. Clearly, C1, C2 not equal C2, C1. I wouldn't mind that NaN produce weird results as long as the commutativity is preserved, but here there is one condition that is not evaluated. Actually the NaN in the input is in the problem, because you have the same problem on column B. It's because applying str method on other objects returns NaN, which if evaluated first prevents the second condition to be evaluated. So the main problem remains. Can be chosen with str starts with A, not equals false, as that Ihan noticed.
After some research, I am rather sure that this is a bug in pandas. I was not able to find the specific reason in their code, but my conclusion is that either you should be forbidden to do the comparison at all, or there is a bug in evaluating the expression. You can reproduce the problem with a very simple example, namely, the second result is obviously the correct one. I can only guess the reason why the first one fails, due to my lack of understanding pandas code base. So if I am mistaken, please correct me, or if you feel this is not enough of an answer, please let me know. Generally, np.nan is treated as true all throughout Python, as you can easily check. This is valid in NumPy and even pandas as well, as you can see by doing or by simply doing pd.series np.nan.astype bool. So far everything is consistent. The problem now arises when you do, with a series containing NaNs. There are multiple other people with similar problems, as for example in this question or that blog post, which is for an older version, though. And none give a satisfactory answer to the problem. The only answer to the linked question actually gives no good reason, as, does not even behave the same way as it would for NumPy arrays containing the same information. For NumPy, np.array np.nan, np.arrayTrue and np.array np.nan, np.array1.0, actually give a type error as np.bitwise_ or is not able to work on floats. Due to the inconsistent behavior and the lack of any documentation on this, I can only conclude that this is a bug. As a workaround, you can fall back to the solution proposed by NaN and use the null parameter, if that exists for all functions that you need. You could also use .astype bool on the series/data frame that you want to compare. Note, however, that this will convert NaN to true, as this is the usual Python convention. See this answer for example. If you want to avoid that, you can use .filnAFalse.astype bool, which I found here. Generally, one should probably file a bug report with pandas, as this behavior is obviously inconsistent.
Ouch.